Greetings YouTube, Estevan here with All-American Print Supply. We've been working on a Q&A FAQ on everyone's favorite print method, direct to film. That's right, we're having a DTF symposium, so if there's any questions that we don't get to today, go ahead and leave those in the comment section down below. Now before we dive into it, I have noticed that some of our viewership is actually coming from non-subscribers. So if you're already on the list, thank you. But if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Let's make this thing official and take it to YouTube. Let's dive into it. All right, let's start with an easy one. What is direct to film? The fastest growing trend in the apparel and garment decorating industry is just what it sounds like. You're printing specialized graphics onto PET film, and then you're applying hot melting powder to the wet ink. Now this melting powder is then cured, and once dried, this will allow us to transfer onto virtually any apparel item you can think of with a heat press, and these transfers can also be stored for later use or for distribution. All right, now DTG and DTF. If you're just diving into the industry, it's easy to get these two confused. A lot of the same letters. Now how are they different? Well, direct to garment is going to be more of a specialized printing process where, just as it sounds like, you're printing directly onto the garment. Now some of the main differences here are going to be the ink amounts and the ink layerings. You're going to typically start with a white underbase, CMYK coloring on top, and we will have a significantly higher amount of ink when compared to direct to film. Now, the secret sauce to DTG is definitely going to be the pre-treatment, which is probably the other main difference from DTF. Think of pre-treat as the bonding agent that allows the white ink to be printed onto garments and also to be layered upon with CMYK to get high resolution, full color, vivid imagery. All right, so now we kind of talked a little bit about what DTF is. What kind of items can we decorate with direct to film? Well, aside from your regular apparel items such as t-shirts and sweatshirts, really anything you can get even contact with your heat press, you can DTF. So we're talking about bags, jerseys, joggers, jeans, jackets, cat carriers, lunch pails, safety vests, hats, really anything you can get even contact with the press, you can DTF. Now another common question we get all the time at All-American Print Supply is, what is the max print size with DTF? Well, you gotta remember, it really comes down to what kind of machine setup and printer you're operating with. So take the DTF Station Prestige L2, one of the latest 16-inch direct-to-film roll printing systems. Now because this machine is a 16-inch wide capacity, that's gonna be the max size for your media. Now let's go through some of the different brands that we offer for DTF films, and we'll have description links down below to take a look at all the different individual printers to see what's gonna be the best fit to maximize those machines. Starting with Kodak. Their maximum sheet size is gonna top out at about A3+, which is roughly 13 by 19. Now as far as roll media, that'll clock in at between 23 and 24 inches, give or take. Rolling along here, the STS Inks, awesome film. Their sheet size will also cap out at A3+, which is again gonna be that 13 by 19 inches, and their maximum roll size is gonna be right between, I'd say, about 23 and 24 inches. Now EcoFreen, we've been a longtime supplier of one of our favorite distributors, not only for equipment, but also awesome supplies. Now their films, as far as the sheets, will max out at 16 by 20 inches, and their roll size, again, will be right between that 23 and 24 inch mark. Now what about DTF Station? They've been changing the game with the direct-to-film printers, and their printer media is gonna come in also for sheets at a 16 by 20 max, but check this out guys, their roll size is gonna be a whopping 50 inches wide. Now one thing to keep in mind, your media width should always correlate to your powder machine so you can have true continuous roll-to-roll printing production. Now can I run my direct-to-film transfer printings on just any old RIP software? Not ideally. Now if you're running a direct-to-garment machine like the Epson F2100, the Epson F3070, in a perfect world you want to be running Cathari. Not only will this help maximize what these direct-to-garment machines are capable of, they're going to have dedicated and tested, thoroughly color profiled direct-to-film printing environments, where it's going to be as simple as choosing from dark shirt, light shirt, or DTF. Now if you're running one of the DTF Station direct-to-film printers, whether it's the A3+R, the L2, or the XL2, you're going to be wearing CAD-Link. Now these profiles are going to be specially formulated for that specific ink, for that specific film. It's really going to give you the best results. Now I'm a big fan of the CAD-Link software, not only for its user-friendly direct-to-film printing experience, but for the loads of different editing tools to really customize your designs on the fly in the software. Now for all of our STS Inks customers, I'm talking about the 24-inch or the 64-inch DTF machines, those are going to run on the popular Flexi sign. Now when it comes to file format, what types of graphics can I drag and drop into these RIP softwares to get beautiful high-resolution direct-to-film prints? Well, all the usual suspects will be applicable here. I'm talking about your SVGs, your JPEGs, and your TIFFs. However, my preference is going to be to design first in your artist software, export as a PNG graphic 300 DPI and above, and that's going to give you typically your best results when it comes to direct-to-film. Now what the heck makes DTF Ink so gosh darn special? Well, for all of our direct-to-garment customers out there, this is gonna be a very similar solution, water-based, pigment-based, and super soft hand feel that you'd find in a DTG machine. However, for warranty's sake, always listen to your manufacturer. You never really wanna go third party when the manufacturer has a warranty in place, and it's usually gonna be based on performing ideally with these set ink solutions. So while it is similar to DTG, it is gonna be specific and formulated for your machine and for your machine's printhead. All right, now if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. DTF is one of the more cost-effective means to jump into the apparel decorating industry, but what does that really mean number-wise? So let's take a look at some variables here. Now, calculating off of a 24-inch roll-to-roll media production, you gotta figure on a 12 by 12, 1 square foot graphic, we're looking at an ink right around 30 cents. Now with that much film and powder that we're using, I'd put the film and powder usage right about a quarter, and the actual film that we're printing on itself on a roll system, that'd be right around 34 cents. So if you use this as a breakdown, we're gonna be looking at about 89 cents, I'd say all your consumables, all your costs out the door. That's printer, film, powder, and ink. Now, this is information based for estimation only. Now, many factors can affect the cost of our print, such as environment, gang sheeting, distance between the powder machine and the printer itself. So please only use these kind of numbers to estimate your jobs. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the last few years, it's not hard to see direct-to-film has been blowing up in terms of popularity. If you make it out to any of the trade shows, really everywhere you look, DTF this, DTF that. Now at All American Print Supply, we're proud to offer thoroughly tested and safety certified not only films and powders, but also printer ink themselves. And what these certifications ensure is going to be the safety of your print staff who's operating and manufacturing with these supplies and consumables, but also for your customers of all ages to wear. And you got to remember, a no-name supplier with a no-name product is probably going to have no-name safety standards. So if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume you already have a heat press and you got a general interest in diving into direct-to-film. What else do you need? Well, let's go down the basics. You're going to need a printer, you're going to need film, you're going to need powder. Now, what else do we recommend? Well, I'd say in a perfect world, a curing oven to keep your heat press free and available to continue stamping your custom apparel items, that's gonna be a must-have as well. You're also gonna want cover sheets to keep your heat press clean and free of any kind of contact from your direct-to-film transfer materials. And lastly, if you are looking to take your DTF business into overdrive and compete at a professional level, a powder machine for either your sheets or your roll-to-roll production is gonna be the best way to take it to the next level. All right, now let's back it up a bit. Talk about powder machines. Do you really need one? Well, technically, all the steps that the powder machine does perform, whether for sheets or rolls, can technically be performed manually. However, if you're looking to elevate this from a personal or home use business model, a powder machine is really gonna be the only way to open up what these machines are capable of roll-to-roll production-wise, or to maximize your efficiency in your workflow. Now, we're proud to offer different bundle packages that allow you different assorted items, whether you are a sheet printer or roll-to-roll production powerhouse. You can check the description links down below to see what's gonna fit your budget and your business model, or to connect with a friendly representative to learn more. All right, well, thank you so much. You made it to the end of the class. This basically wraps up our DTF FAQ Q&A. If there are any Qs that we did not A in this video, go ahead and drop that in the comment section down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's your chance, hit that red button. We'll make this thing YouTube official. That's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this one. My name is Estevan, we're All American Print Supply. We'll see you on the next one.